Hey guys, welcome back to ArtosisCasts. We are looking at game number 2 of 3 between True and Royal. We are on Roaring Currents, our island map. It's still going to be on the ladder probably until about March, something like that. You know, we get those ASL map resets, and we'll see what are the maps at that time. But yeah, for now, we still get to see some games on it, which is fun. Kind of wish that it would go into the tournament scene once more. But that's where we are. Now, our previous game between the two, very interesting opening there from Royal. And, you know, this is definitely a map that should favor some teched out builds. So far, we've definitely seen some Zerg domination here, but I honestly don't think that that has anything to do with balance. I think that the Zerg players are playing this map better than the Terran and Protoss players, especially better than the Protoss players. But better than the Terran players, too. I think there hasn't been much creativity or thought put into how Terran and Protoss have played this. It's a real burr in my skin or something like that. I don't know. There's, you know, it's really irked me watching the pros just fumble playing on this map. Except for the Zergs, who have done like a great job and been very creative. And, you know, I've talked about it plenty on the channel, so I don't want to overdo that as I oftentimes do. But yeah, I guess you can let me know if you'd agree with that assessment. We need to see people kind of use their brains and play the map differently, rather than just try to hit the same old timings over and over on a map that just completely plays against that. So, Royal here going for quick gas. Hard to say if he'll go for like a Wraith build or, you know, he's going for a factory minimum, but we don't really know which build that's going to be. I would imagine a 2 Starport Wraith here, because 2 Starport Wraith is one of the stronger builds on the map. We've seen that a lot from Light. We've seen that, I think we've seen it from quite a few players, really. Definitely seen it some from Flash as well. Proxy Factory, so that actually plays towards the 2 Starport Wraith, you know? Like, if you're just going to go Wraiths and sit in your base, you may as well have this proxy, maybe make a Vulture and have it get up. So the thing about the Proxy Factory is that Zergs have it really well timed. They know how fast your factory can be, so they get the sunken up in time so a Vulture can't run by. Here, the Vulture will get there, you know, 20 seconds faster, and you'll just be able to run by that sunken, potentially. There is the possibility of trying to float it in the main base, but stuff like that is so rare at this point. I don't think that's what we'll see. Now, the Overlord pops its head in and sees that there is no command center, so he's going to know that, like, okay, there's a factory, so we have to make that sunken. And it is being started. Ooh, let's see. Is he going to start it right away? It's going to be tight. 2 starports coming up here for Royal. I'm going to run this Marine back and put it behind the wall. And there's the Vulture. Yeah, it seems like he's going to have it just in the nick of time here. Just in the nick of time. I like how he didn't try to eke out more or a slower sunk in there. Because sometimes people will, and the Vulture will get by and they'll lose the game. The Vulture actually still gets by, and maybe he will lose the game. Woo! So, it's kind of funny because you didn't see him doing that many shots. He didn't actually get that many drones. At that point, when you're that low, I think it is better to just keep running. Just make the drones follow you around. It's going to be more damage than trying to kill one more drone and getting hit. So he floated the factory in and is making an additional Vulture. 6 Lings are on the way, so that should help some in slowing it down at least, but the Vulture can kill all those Lings. Sometimes you can, like, kind of trap it. Like, see how he's moving, how he's trying to get it against the wall? And he has Hydralisks on the way, which will help as well. But Vultures against non-range Hydralisks do better than you would think. Okay, Wraiths coming up. Couple Wraiths for Royal. Another Vulture pops out. And the Vulture plus the Wraiths actually will kill Hydralisks relatively quickly. Range is on the way first as opposed to speed. That makes a lot of sense to me. That's a big part of why Vultures can do well against Hydralisks early on, is the Hydras don't just hit them from super far away. Okay, so he loses the Vulture, but ends up getting an Overlord here with the Wraiths. And he's going to be able to get this full scout and see, oh, it's literally only Hydras being made. There's no Spire that's been started. He's seen all the creep. He knows that. So here you might want to do something like bunker into expansion. See? Because when your opponent is just sitting there making Hydras, very oftentimes it turns into an all-in. I'm not saying it 100% has to, but like very, very oftentimes it does. We don't see people open Hydra and go into macro too often. I'm open to it. He's getting a third hatch. He's making some drones. Like maybe he feels like this is a position he can be okay in. I'm so interested in ideas like that. Like to take a position like this, because this is exactly what I suggested. This is exactly what he did. This makes sense. It's like, well, he's making Hydras. There's no Spire. Let's just be safe against it. We'll expand. And Hydras don't scale well. So that's why the Zerg would very likely all in, because it's like, well, yeah, it's not like your army's getting stronger over time, whereas Royals will. Well, eventually, right? He's not he's not doing anything super special right now. Now, Evolution Chamber on the way. He's got 5 Wraiths, so that one-shots drones. Heard a couple drone deaths already. 3, 4, 5, 6. You got to make them shoot at basically the exact same time. They do 8 damage. So 5 times 8, 40. Drones get an instant point of heal. So it's kind of similar to Vultures. If you can get 2 Vulture grenades to hit at the same time, you only need 2 Vultures to kill a drone, but it's not common. So that's why you see specifically Vulture raids involving 3. Like, see this one? 1 didn't shoot at the same time. So it like basically one of the lasers came a little bit late. It's easier to make Wraiths shoot at the same time because they stack than Vultures. Okay, and Vultures are also, you can like see the projectile and it's not as fast and stuff as a Wraith laser. So anyways, he got the 1 point of heal so it didn't die. So just to mention about what's happening there. Additional barracks going up. Academy, +1 on the way. Add-on for the factory. You know, it's likely he'll be playing against Hydra Lurker, so getting those siege tanks would make sense. Overlord speed and drops, I believe, are ready. I think he got drops, didn't he? Did he go drops first or speed first? I think he went drops first, or maybe I'm wrong on that. Seems like I'm probably wrong on that. Yeah, the Hydras are not going to be able to do anything. You got to just pull back against that. What? What are you doing? What is that? What was that? It doesn't even make sense even a little bit. All right, third base coming up. This is looking to me right now. So notice, okay, he's getting drops. He's getting the Carapace upgrade, which is actually what you want to do. If you have to fight Marine Medic with Hydras, you actually want Carapace upgrades as quickly as possible. The plus attack doesn't really do anything because they're explosive damage. So they already deal half to Marines. It's more about keeping your Hydras alive longer. They have twice the health of a Marine, but the Marines have medics. So the armor is kind of like a medic in a way for the Hydras, right? Just reducing that incoming damage, making them live longer. So that's smart, but the Lurker upgrade is a little bit late, and he's going to be playing against Siege Tank Marine Medic. This looks like a pretty clear timing attack is opening up here for Royal. I think if he just macros steadily and goes across the map, it's going to be really difficult for True to pull anything off. Especially if he just sends 1 unit up here, because this is the only way to counterattack on this map. I mean, there could be counter drops or something, of course. Drops are on the way. Maybe something like that can happen. But you can very easily do a forward push. And things like Hydra Lurker are better at counterattacks than actual engagements a lot of the time until you get huge amounts. So it's just very hard for him to do anything to stop this push. This push looks super deadly to me. So the Hydras are trying to run around here. You can see Royal taking the time to go catch them. He's even got a Wraith here to watch for any drops that might come in. Ooh, gets the Overlord. That's really good. So these Hydras will fall. It bought him a little bit of time at the cost of 4 units. Oh, supply blocked 54. Sunken on the way. This one might end with a fizzle here. It is just not that many Hydras. So he's got 13 Hydras here. He's watching for drops. He's getting his additional macro up. Like, his economy's really good. 38 workers against 39. You got to be pretty happy with that. More and more Hydras. He's got that +1 carapace, but there's +1 attack, so that kind of undoes the carapace. Some lurkers being made, but it's 4 siege tanks. It just does not seem realistic. And this is like, yeah. Okay, notice how he goes Defense Matrix instead of irradiating Hydralisks. This is the difference between an ASL champion and toggles for you guys. You ridiculous toggles lovers. We will have some toggles games coming up in the next, I don't know, couple weeks. I promise. I'm planning on doing a big toggles deep dive for you guys. So... down goes the hatchery. This game looks pretty done. There's a counter drop coming up. It's just Hydras, but this is enough to actually kill it. Yeah, this game I think was a bit of a failure on the part of True. It feels like he was trying something, and Royal he did very basic stuff to win it after the Wraith. Hey, he gets a vessel. Yeah, it's too late to make anything here work, I think. A little bit messy from Royal, but he clears everything. GG, so Royal is going to go up 2-0. Yeah, I don't have a super lot to say about that. You know, the Vulture did screw up True a bit. He went into the Hydralisk Den because of the Vultures and the Wraiths, and then... like, we didn't see a switch into mutas. We didn't see, like, a rush to Hive Tech. He didn't really have a way. The problem is, if Terran is playing against Layer Tech and builds up Marine, Medic, Science Vessel, Siege Tank, that kind of beats everything Zerg has on Layer Tech. If you hit the timing correctly. Like, you just wait for critical mass against whatever they're doing. So that made it really difficult, and we didn't see any great tactics. This is a hard map for tactics. Like I said, counterattacks could only go through here. And the way that Royal moved out, he blocked all that and then went over the bridge in full force, knowing there's no counterattack. So strategically, for certain, Royal outdid True here. Okay, I think that's all I have to say. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. See you next time.